I decided to install some metal lawn edging around the lawn, and in this video I'm going to be going through the type of lawn edging I chose to install and the installation process itself. The tools that I used are shown above, and first off I used a pair of gloves. Secondly, I used some builder's line. Now this is actually optional in this project, but I'm going to be showing you how to get perfect angled edges using some builder's line and a sneaky little trick. Next up, I used a hammer, tape measure to measure my distances, a long spirit level. Lastly, I also used a garden edger. I used a pair of long nose pliers as well. All the tools I used in the video are shown in the description below if you're interested in doing a project like this yourself. So first of all, I started unpacking the edging. I had a few samples sent to me to show in the video, and this video is actually sponsored by Core Landscape Products, who sent me this edging to do an installation. I'd love to hear from you and find out what your favourite colour is by leaving me a comment in the description below. I chose the black piece, and each length is 1075mm long, which is leaving 75mm for the overlap plate. What that means is each pack is going to be 5 linear meters, and it's quite easy to work out exactly how much that you need to install. Some other brands that I can see don't actually take into account the edge when they do the measurements, so you might actually get more product for your money by choosing something like this. The edging comes in 3 heights, which is 65mm, 100mm and 150mm, and for this install I'm going to be using the 65mm length. The mechanism itself clips together using this little latch, and there's 2 pins that fold across on each other, which I'll show you in the next part of this video. Before I get into installing the edging, I wanted to show you a little method how I work out exactly how square my lawn edges are. Now you don't have to do this step, but I find paying a little bit of attention to detail can make all the difference, especially if you're going for a lawn edge with straight lines. We're going to be using Pythagoras theorem, but don't worry, there's no maths involved. All I need to know is this bottom edge is 3 meters long, the top edge is 4 meters long, which means there must be a 5 meter long diagonal. That's a 3, 4, 5. And I can adjust those pins to make sure, as long as each one of those edges is 3 along the bottom, 4 up the side and 5 along the top, I know that I've got a perfect square going along those edges. So I've just laid out the tape as my lawn sits today, and I can see here that hypotenuse length is 5 meters, so I know I've got a nice square edge. I'm just running the half moon tool along the edge and using a rocking motion, removing any of the debris and leaving myself a clear edge. After this first edge is done, all I need to do is repeat this process on the rest of the garden. Next up, I'm going to unclip the cable ties that secure the edging together and start laying out the packs. I actually had a bit of a freak accident by doing this, that it was a really hot day, around 28-29 degrees, and I left the edging on the lawn for around 6 hours and actually burnt my lawn. Now this might be something to look out for, but I'm pretty sure that was a freak accident. The recommendation is to start with a corner joint. If you want to make a corner joint, you can lay the edging down and put a flat edge across it, and it's quite easy just to bend up like this. After I'd done a few, I realised that I probably shouldn't do this on a hard surface because I don't want to scratch the facing edge, and probably do it on a soft edge like the lawn. You can see here the bend that it's created. If you're bending it like this, you will get a slight radius in the corner, and if you really want to stick to the detail, you can overcome this by putting a little score line down using an angle grinder or something like that. So I've got that first corner in just loosely, and I'm going to connect the second piece. You can see there's a tongue mechanism that just slides over the top, and then there's 2 tabs at the bottom which fold back on themselves just to keep everything nice and secure. I decided to use a pair of long nose pliers as I found them most easy to bend the tabs back. After I'd installed this first piece, I actually moved back to using a rubber mallet to bend the tabs in. I found that an easier and quicker method. I'm basically just repeating this process, bending the corners where I need to bend them, and joining the tabs together. If you've got a more gradual bend, you probably won't need to permanently bend the edging like I have here. It's quite flexible and it will easily follow a curve. After I'd secured the first run, I went over the area with a rubber mallet, spirit level, and a block of wood. And there you go, look at that, perfectly square. I've just come across another corner at the end of this run and I'm following the exact same process. I'm going to find the pin which is nearest the corner. I'm using a metal straight edge, which in this case is the spirit level, and I'm just going to easily bend the material back on itself to create the right angle. After I've made the right angle, the two tongues just go in and the little clips just easily bend back on themselves to secure everything together. And after I'd installed that full run, I went over with the spirit level, just checking my levels. In terms of timescales and quantities, my lawn total space is around 80 square meters, and I used 5 packs of edging. So each pack has got 5 pieces in it, which are 1 meter long. So in total, that's 25 meters squared of edging to run around my entire lawn. And in terms of timescales, I actually did this job over 2 days. It's perfectly achievable within 1 day, but I had a bit of an emergency on the first day and had to leave in a hurry. And you can see I really paid the price for doing that and leaving some of the edging on the lawn. And you can see it's just slightly burnt the lawn round the left-hand edge. Perhaps the most trickiest area that I had to install was this edge along the patio, and this is mainly because the concrete underneath the patio slabs just ran out onto the lawn a little bit. Now, it's quite an unusual setup that I've got here where the lawn is actually higher than the patio, and that's just down to a mistake from myself. When I laid the lawn and the patio, I just got the levels wrong. Perhaps the easiest area to install was this area at the top, which is more shaded and it's actually quite soft soil. Now, the standard system comes with spikes on it, but you can also purchase extendable driving rods which can be used in soft soils. Now, these are going to give you loads more purchase when you're installing this product in a softer surface, and you've got that flexibility of the system, which is a little clip and a rod which just drives down into soft soil and keeps everything secure. Just before we get into the results, if I can ask you just to give me a thumbs up and like this video and consider subscribing to my channel. I love learning new skills like this, and it really motivates me when people like the videos because it encourages me to produce more content.